When Plays Pretty for Baby dropped in 1992, the nation of Ulysses weren't content with being another post-hardcore band on the Discord stage. Instead, they positioned themselves as a full-blown cultural urgency. The music was only half the point. The other half was ideology, delivered through style, rhetoric, and performance with the precision of a guerrilla campaign. The record bristles with jagged guitars, trumpet blasts, and Ian Sivanonius's incendiary vocals, but to hear it as just another noisy punk album is to miss its real charm. This was punk reframed as spectacle and satire, an attack on not only on mainstream culture but on punk's own creeping orthodoxy. And by the early 90s, hardcore had calcified into a formula. It was fast, loud, angry, and increasingly humorless. The nation of Ulysses detonated that mold by fusing James Brown showmanship, situationist slogans, and absurdist theater into their sonic assault, with songs like The Sound of Young America parody pop culture slogans even as they reclaimed them. In Sub Ulysses plays like a rally cry through the revolution it invokes, is more semiotic than political, and overthrow of passivity and consumption, and the idea that music should be background entertainment. The band's fixation on uniforms and manifestos mocked both consumer fashion and punk's own anti-fashion posturing, exposing how subcultures inevitably fall into their own cliches. What makes Plays Pretty for Baby so compelling today is how self-aware it was. Sivanonius and company weren't naive enough to think a punk band could topple empires, but they understood that the gesture of insurrection done with irony and wit and full theatrical conviction was powerful. In an era when grunge was being packaged for mass consumption, the nation of Ulysses turned their music into a critique of commodification itself. The album is messy, contradictory, and deliberately overblown, but that's its genius. It rejects the clean lines of genre, instead embodying a kind of cultural sabotage. Listening now, it reads as both a document of early 90s underground idealism and prophetic jab at the cycles of rebellion and co-option that define pop culture. Plays Pretty for Baby is more than an album. It's a case study in how music can weaponize irony and aesthetics to question its own role in society. Punk, it argued, doesn't just resist authority, it should resist itself too. So if you haven't listened to this album, do yourself a favor, check it out, let me know what you think.